Perfect. It is 1 o'clock. So welcome everyone to the Parkinson's Foundation's Mindfulness Monday, a part of our PD Health at Home experience. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Krista Ellis. I'm a community programs manager with the Parkinson's Foundation. If this is your first time, just note that you will be muted for the duration of today's session. We are a chatty bunch, so feel free to make comments, ask questions in the chat function. And we do love to see you on video. So if you're capable and comfortable, please do turn that video on. It just brightens my day to see our Parkinson's community across the nation and overseas. Our next live English session will be Monday, April 4th with yours truly. And we'll be talking about the 1-minute meditation and how we can apply that through our daily living. So using mindfulness daily. And here on the screen, you'll see this week's and next Monday's topic for our PD Health at Home events. This Wellness Wednesday, we'll have our expert briefing. Can we put the brakes on PD progression? And then, of course, our Fitness Fridays, April 1st, balance, brains, agility, and flexibility. You can learn more and engage with us on our other PD Health at Home programs at parkinson.org/PD Health. And I want to say thank you to our sponsor, the Light of Day Foundation. Because of their generosity, we are able to provide this free program to all of you. If you have any questions about your Parkinson's journey, please don't hesitate to reach out to our website at parkinson.org. You can also call us at 1-800-4PD-INFO or email us at helpline@parkinson.org. And we'll take less time out of housekeeping items and get into the reason why we are here today. So we are joined by Dr. Katalina McInerney from the University of Miami, and she's going to be walking us through our session today. So I'll turn it over to you, Dr. McInerney, and thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, it's a pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone, and welcome. And thank you so much for attending this session. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Katalina McInerney. I am a neuropsychologist at the University of Miami. I'm with the Division of Neuropsychology and Cognitive Neuroscience in the Neurology division or department. I really truly appreciate the work that is being done at this Mindfulness Monday program through the Parkinson's Foundation. And I am truly grateful to be able to contribute, even if in a small way, to this program. Today, what I am going to do is I am going to spend a few minutes talking about how the practice of mindfulness is associated with improvements in mood and can actually help us feel happier. After that, I will guide you through a mindfulness exercise, and hopefully when we finish, we will have some time for discussion and to address any questions that you might have. So as I mentioned, the practice of mindfulness can lead to improved mood and mood regulation, and an increase in overall levels of happiness. This is not just anecdotal evidence, although there is plenty of that. There is also important scientific evidence that supports this idea. In fact, research shows that after just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice, there are noticeable changes in the brain. There are changes in the way the amygdala activates. The amygdala is a brain area that is highly associated with emotions. So a change in the activation of the amygdala translates to different expressions of emotion, different experiences of emotion. And this happens, remember, these are studies with people that just started practicing mindfulness about 8 weeks ago. You start seeing those little brain changes. For people who have been practicing for a longer period of time, for more experienced practitioners of mindfulness, you see that brain activity is greater in the left prefrontal cortex than in the right. And that translates to a higher baseline level of contentment. This is important because it really leads to a hypothesis that we can change our happiness set point or the usual level of happiness that we experience. So you might be wondering what the happiness set point is. The happiness set point theory is a theory that states our average mood is set at a certain level, and that level is different from person to person. So we see people who tend to be happier overall and people who tend to be a little bit gloomier. Whatever our baseline or set point is, we tend to go back to it under normal circumstances. So you might, for example, win the lottery and be ecstatic, be really, really happy for a while. But after your life normalizes a bit, you tend to go back to your baseline level of happiness or your set point level of happiness. On the other hand, you might experience a very painful experience and be really sad for a while, but then you sort of adjust, your life goes back a little bit more to normal, and you return to your usual level of mood. That usual mood is, in theory, the happiness set point. So the ability to change that happiness set point through mindfulness is very encouraging for those looking to increase their overall level of happiness and contentment in their daily lives. The mechanisms by which we see changes in the activation in the amygdala and the left prefrontal versus right prefrontal cortex are being studied. We're working hard to figure out exactly how those connections happen. And although we don't fully understand currently the chemical and anatomical underpinnings of these findings yet, we do know that mindfulness is the practice of being fully aware, of being in the present moment without judgment, right? So we know that mindfulness practice has a lot to do with sitting exercises that we're doing, like the one that we're going to do today. But that is just half of it. The sitting, breathing exercises are the training that we do so that we can go out and experience life in a mindful way. So this is very on point with the series that Krista is going to do next week. It's about practicing mindfulness, being mindful throughout our days. When we cut down the amount of time that we spend lamenting things about our past or worrying about the future or harshly judging ourselves or others, if we, instead of spending time worrying, regretting, and judging, we spend more time with full awareness in the present moment, truly appreciating the time that we have with our loved ones, noticing how good that piece of delicious food we're eating tastes, paying full attention to each of our present moments, it makes sense, right? It makes sense that this practice would translate into better mood and overall increased levels of happiness. And as we say, I'm talking about this, it makes sense theoretically, it makes sense because this is sort of what we do, what the whole purpose of mindfulness is. However, it's very encouraging that scientifically we are seeing evidence that that is happening at an organic level. So as we practice mindfulness, just with 8 weeks, just 8 weeks of mindfulness, you should start seeing little changes in your amygdala, or that little midbrain area of the brain that is very focused on emotions. And then with the prefrontal cortex changes as we become more experienced practitioners. Someone mentioned, I can't see all the chat messages coming in, but I did see one asking about what if the present moment is really unpleasant? That is okay. That is part of mindfulness as well. When you practice the present moment might be really difficult, but it is an experience that we're having nonetheless. So experiencing that moment, being very mindful of what our body needs in that moment, being kind to ourselves, depending on what we need. You might experience that painful, difficult moment, but when it is just kind of centering it just on this kind of happiness talk, when you take out of that suffering all the regret from the past, maybe feeling guilty about certain things that you may or may not have done in the past, and the worry about the future, it cuts down the level of suffering that happens even in really difficult circumstances. So that is, and it helps you also see things a little bit clearer when you practice mindfulness, and so that you can address those difficult moments in a much more practical way. And that's something that we can certainly talk about a lot more later. All right, I'll address some more of the chat comments later on. I want to make sure that we have time for the exercise, and then we'll get back to your comments. So now I have a brief exercise planned for you. If you are new to this, please know it will be normal for your brain and your thoughts to wander. When you notice that this is happening, just appreciate that moment of awareness. It is a moment of awareness that you're having, and come back to focus on this exercise and on this moment. Okay, so let's get started. This is a cleansing breath exercise, and it should take about 20 minutes. So to begin, settle into a comfortable position, sitting upright with your legs uncrossed and feet flat on the floor. Keep your back as straight as possible. You may want to take your glasses off if you have them. You don't have to, but you may want to. And rest your hands comfortably on your lap or on the table in front of you, whichever is more comfortable to you. When you're breathing, you may breathe in through your nose. That is what I recommend because we have a nice filtration system. But if you can't, breathing in through your mouth is just fine as well. And as you breathe out, you can do breathing out either through your nose or through your mouth. Either is fine. I like breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth because it creates a nice circular path, but breathing in and out through the nose is just fine as well. Right, as you breathe in and out, you might find your thoughts wandering. That is just fine. When that happens, simply notice that moment of awareness and bring your attention back to this exercise. Sitting comfortably, gently close your eyes and prepare yourself to relax. Prepare yourself to experience calm, to feel quiet, to know peace. Do not try to make anything happen. Rather, allow yourself to let go of the tension of controlling anything. Allow yourself to watch the relaxation you feel spread to all parts of your being. Breathing in and out. Breathing comfortably, deeply. Breathing at your own pace. Begin to sink down and be supported by your surrounding environment. Begin to withdraw your thoughts from your surroundings. and to center your focus inward on the peace and stillness within you. Breathing in and out at your own pace, slowly, calmly. Breathing comfortably. Focus your mind and your thoughts on your breath. Simply follow the air as it goes in and as it goes out of your body. If you become aware of thoughts running through your mind, notice these thoughts, but know that you do not have to worry about or judge these thoughts. Simply allow them to pass and return to your rhythms of your breath. With each inhale, feel as your stomach rises and your ribs expand. Breathing in naturally and slowly. Each time you exhale, allow yourself to feel peaceful, to feel calm, to feel as relaxed as you feel comfortable relaxing. If your mind wanders, simply notice that beautiful moment of awareness when you're not noticing your thoughts. You're noticing your attention has wandered. That is a beautiful moment of awareness. Simply note it. Allow those thoughts to pass and bring your attention back. Bring back your thoughts to your breathing, to this exercise. Continuing to take full, deep breaths. Slowly filling your lungs from top to bottom. Feeling how your stomach expands as you inhale. And how it contracts as you exhale. Breathing in and out, slowly, calmly, at your own pace. Noticing the air swirling around your body as you inhale, filling your body with oxygen. Notice how it feels when your body is full of oxygen. And each time you exhale, notice as the air
Dr. McInerney, give us just 1 second. You just need to hit unmute. I do apologize there.
Sure.
Sorry, everybody. Thank you.
So continuing to breathe in and out at your own pace. Each time you breathe out, allowing your body to relax a little more. With your next few breaths in, imagine that your nostrils are locating on the heels of your feet. Imagine air is coming in through your heels. See your breath. Imagine your breath entering your body as a white cloud of fog or steam. Imagine the breath entering the body as a white and cleansing cloud coming in through your heels. Feel it come in through your heels and sweep up the back of your legs, your hips, your lower and upper back, your arms, your shoulders, your neck. And each time your lungs become full of oxygen, that white cleansing cloud reaches your head. Allow this cloud to sweep away any impurities, any tension, any feelings of fatigue. Each time you exhale, imagine this white cloud swirling down the front of your body, picking up any remaining impurities and exiting through your toes. Continue breathing slowly, deeply. If you find yourself distracted by other thoughts, that is okay. Simply notice that moment of attention and bring yourself back to this moment, back to the exercise. Bring your focus back to your breathing. Continuing to breathe slowly, deeply, calmly, at your own pace. Imagining the white cleansing cloud coming in through your heels, swirling through your body to fill every corner before exiting out through your toes. Breathing in and out. Feeling the cleansing cloud sweeping across all the spaces around your fingers and toes, through your body. As your lungs become full of oxygen, the cleansing cloud reaches your brain, swirls around your brain, your eyes, your forehead, taking away with it any feelings of tension or worry in your body and mind. Feel your body become cleaner, purer, lighter, as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply. And allow that cleansing cloud to swirl all the way down your body, sweeping away any remaining impurities and flowing right out of your body through your toes. Imagining as this breath comes in, swirls all around your body, cleanses your body, and flows all the way back out, carrying away any tension, carrying away any impurities, taking away all feelings of fatigue, of tension, any pain, any discomfort. Leaves your body with your breath, allowing yourself to feel a little bit more relaxed every time you breathe out. Take a deep breath in. And with your next few exhales, imagine you are exhaling any darkness within your body. Inhaling light. Exhaling darkness. Inhaling light. Exhaling confusion, allowing any confusion to leave your body. And inhaling clarity, openness of mind. Exhaling and letting go of any anxiety, letting go of any worry. Allowing anxiety and worry to let go of your body with your breath. And inhaling peace, allowing peace and calmness to fill your body with your breath. Exhaling guilt, allowing any guilt to leave your body. And inhaling forgiveness. Inhaling forgiveness towards others. Inhaling forgiveness toward yourself. Allowing any weakness to leave your body, any discomfort to leave your body. Exhaling weakness of body and mind. And inhaling courage. Allowing the breath to come in and bring positivity, bring courage. With each exhale, allow any remaining negativity, any tension, any discomfort to leave your body. And allowing your inhales to be cleansing, to bring with them peace, clarity, forgiveness, courage. Inhaling and exhaling. Continue doing this exercise, and I will give you 1 minute to continue breathing in silence, feeling as the cleansing breath purifies and strengthens your body and minds. I will give you 1 minute to do this exercise in silence, and we'll let you know when your minute is up. Continue breathing in and out at a more normal pace. Prepare yourself to bring yourself back to this room, back to the surfaces that support you, back to the gentle, steady rhythms of your breathing. Use this relaxation experience to be more aware of the pace in which you return to your daily activities. Having allowed yourself to slow down your pace of life during relaxation, allow yourself to gently ease back into your daily activities that are likely faster paced. Now, whenever you are ready, you may slowly open your eyes. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this experience. I hope it was helpful for you. And now if we have a little bit of time, maybe we can address some of the questions from the chat or any comments. If you have comments about, what this experience was for you, for better or for worse. It's always nice as a group to hear that. So let me see.
Do you see the direct messages, Dr. McInerney?
I'm seeing them, yes. So I'm seeing this one that says, how long do you need to practice mindfulness each day? Fantastic question. So know that you don't have to practice mindfulness very frequently. It's ideal if you can practice it every day, but the length of time varies. We hear in the social media, and there's a lot of talk about people who spend 2 hours a day doing mindfulness. That's great. That's fantastic. If you can get there, great. But frankly, if you can do just a little bit of mindfulness every day, fantastic. I would recommend to try to work into a routine of 10 to 20 minutes per day. If you can do more, great, but 10 to 20 minutes should do fine. And other days when you can't maybe do even the full 10 minutes, just a minute of mindfulness will go a long way. And I always think of these practicing mindfulness, right? The sitting exercises. They're like when you go to the gym and work your muscles so that you can be stronger in your everyday life. Same here. Even if you're not doing the breathing exercises every day, which I recommend that you do daily, even if it's just for a minute or two, try to live your life in a mindful way. So when you are having an experience, try to fully appreciate it, whether it is good or bad, being in the moment. That is a lot of what mindfulness is. So the goal is to learn to live a more mindful life. In terms of how frequently to do these particular sitting exercises, just a few minutes a day will do. when we look at the research studies, by the way, so when you look at that amygdala changing within 8 weeks of having started, that is with people that have been doing it for 8 weeks, 20 minutes a day. So that seems to be a pretty good number. If you want a strict sort of number to give you, 20 minutes a day is where you, at least through research, we've seen the shifts happening in just 8 weeks. Let's see, other question.
I think if we could just address something that continues to pop up on our mindfulness sessions together is being mindful during the more challenging or difficult times of our lives, whether that's a pandemic, whether that's a painful experience with our Parkinson's disease, difficult choice about driving, these more challenging moments that come up in our lives with Parkinson's. Can you just address the importance of using a mindful approach or using a mindful pause, how mindfulness can really help us embrace and accept those challenging times?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, actually one of the big misconceptions of mindfulness is that it is sort of about escaping real life and escaping your worries and escaping your troubles. And even though today I talked about how, mindfulness can make you happier, it is not just about that, right? It's not just about shifting our mindset so that we only experience happiness. That is not the human experience. In our human experience, there's sorrow, there's pain, there's worries, there's all sorts of these things. And so when we're going through a difficult time, it is important to use mindfulness in order to be more in touch with what really is happening in that moment in our lives. So, right now we're living through challenging times. We're coming to the end of hopefully the end of a pandemic. We have a lot of, there's the war in Ukraine, there's a lot of things going on locally. You might be experiencing issues with your own symptomatology, with your own medical conditions, with the conditions of other family members. Be mindful of those moments. How is it affecting you? What is your body telling you that you need, right? It's about being mindful of our bodies and our minds. And try to be very present in the moment. So try to not let those thoughts carry away. Like sometimes when we're going through, say, for example, having an exacerbation of our physical symptoms, we might have that exacerbation and our thoughts start going off on, it's going to be like this forever. This is, it's going to keep on getting worse and worse. My medications are not working. Nothing that I do works. It just expands and balloons and you start sort of catastrophizing. When you're able to be present in the moment, these are my symptoms, this is what's going on, this is what my body needs right now, then you can address it in with a lot more clarity, right? Same thing with kind of thoughts about the past. If I hadn't done this, or if I shouldn't have eaten this meal because that affected my medication, now I'm feeling these particular side effects, instead of kind of thinking about the regrets of what you did, being in the moment. So that's how mindfulness, I think, for me, it's very helpful in making the present so much more clearer, so that then you can address it. If there's something that you can address, then you'll do that at that time, but with a lot more clarity in your brain. Any questions about that, or I'm happy to continue the conversation.
Sure. We are 10 minutes past our time, so I want to be respectful of your time, Dr. McInerney, and everyone here joining us. So Dr. McInerney will be joining us again in May, so make sure you find her on our calendar for PD Health at Home. You can also connect with her at the University of Miami to engage her further. So Dr. McInerney, thank you for your guidance today, for our cleansing meditation, and for all of you joining us across the world. I appreciate you guys. And I did drop a link in the chat for those of you who want to see the recorded session with Dr. McInerney. We have a whole library of mindfulness for Parkinson's disease on our YouTube channel. So Thank you, Dr. McInerney, and each of you. I'll see you guys next Monday.
My pleasure. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.